Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back to my channel. This is so weird to even be doing this, but here we are. I just looked, and the last time we did one of these was 2 years ago.
Two?
And if you're new here, I took a hiatus from YouTube. We are back. This is my wife. This is my wife, Maggie, and we are doing a Q&A. I asked you to ask me questions on Instagram, and we're here to answer them. Are you ready to get into it?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have a lot of the same questions. I just compiled them in a note to make it easier. Why did you stop YouTube in the first place? We missed you. I missed you guys. I don't know. It was just feeling forced. And I feel like a lot of my career life was changing, so balancing that felt, I don't know, it was just hard. So I don't know, I feel like I have a lot more time and I have a lot more energy and a lot more creativity to put into it, and I have been longing to do it for a while. I just didn't have the creative space, the energy, and the time, and now I do.
Well, you had the wedding. We had the wedding.
Well, the wedding was a lot, which we'll get to. In a good way.
And you started to feel like it was more of a
chore.
Task.
Yeah,
chore.
Yeah. I don't want it to ever feel forced because it will come off that way on camera, and I never want you to feel like I'm just doing it because I have to. I want you to feel like I'm doing it because I want to be here, because I do.
Give me your teeth.
Oh, great. Is there something in it?
It's not like it's green. It's brown. It's just
Is it off?
Yeah.
Thanks. The next question is, what are you going to be posting? Well, what do you think we should post?
On where? On YouTube?
Yeah.
Probably do house updates.
Love that.
Life updates.
Love it.
You used to just set up a camera and record.
Literally.
There were people who were I used to just watch this while I was getting ready, just watch you getting ready.
Yeah. I know what I want to post. I just wanted to ask what you think we should post. But that's for sure definitely going to be content that's happening on the channel. But there's we have so much planned in the coming years that I just want to document it, one, for us, because I think it'll be so cool to look back on. And I already love being able to look back on Instagram and do that, and to have longer form content and more. I feel like with Instagram, there's you know less about the people that you're following, kind of. I don't know. I feel like there's just so much more room to share. Mm-hmm. And as you all know, I'm an oversharer, and it feels like I have my friends there with me when I'm getting content for YouTube. And when there's so many exciting things happening, I just want it to be filmed. So I want to document it. But like Maggie said, we're doing a lot of house renovations. We're in Michigan. The last time you saw us, we were in Cincinnati. Literally, I think the last few videos were we're moving to Cincinnati. We're in Michigan now. And we can talk about that in a later video, but we're living in Michigan. There's other questions about that, so I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty, but yeah, house updates, family planning, traveling, lots of travel stuff. We're going on our honeymoon soon. I've peeped where we're going on Instagram. Yeah, there's just so much content that I feel like you guys are gonna love, so look out for it. What do you and Maggie do to maintain a healthy relationship?
Date nights.
Yeah.
Thursday nights.
Mm-hmm. Every Thursday night, and we'll get into our jobs later because that's another question, but when we moved here, a lot changed with our careers, and that meant a lot less time together, and we had to get creative about how we were going to spend quality time together, and we implemented a weekly date night, and that's Thursdays.
We switch on and off about who plans it.
Mm-hmm.
And we usually come together sometimes earlier in the week if we're good planners, but
yeah,
usually morning of if we're gonna do an at-home one or if we're gonna go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's up to that person to plan that.
To make the plans.
At-home ones are a lot of playing games and
mm-hmm.
doing crafts. Different kinds of crafts.
Yeah. I feel like it's more intentional time because although we're constantly together, it's not always intentional. There's downtime where we need to decompress. So that's watching a show, or that's just seeing what we've been missing on socials and sitting next to each other for 15 minutes, or reading a book next to one another and just being in each other's presence. But those Thursdays are the times that we take like true intentional time where we are having conversations, we're checking in. And it's been really beautiful. We've also started on the nights that our work will allow, go to yoga on Wednesday nights, which has been really nice. We're just finding a lot of healthy ways to reconnect with each other.
How did you two meet for the first time?
So, like I said earlier, we did a whole Q&A when we were living in Cincinnati. It's not that far back before this video. And we talked a lot about how we first met, and it's very long, so you can go and watch that. While Maggie gets Otis some more treats, because he can't be left alone, there's one specifically to me, and it is, are you still vegan? How is your tummy? No, I am not still vegan. That has been something that I have been like up and down with for the past probably year and a half-ish. I got to a point where I was missing certain foods that I hadn't eaten for 4.5 years, and I wanted to allow myself those foods, and so I did, and it's been an entire journey of just trying new foods and seeing what hurts my stomach, gives me a headache. As you know, I've got issues. I have a very sensitive tummy. Now I'm in this spot of healing my gut, balancing my hormones, and now I'm just at a point where I don't want to put a label on it. I think putting a label on it really almost became unhealthy. My mindset was just altered so negative. It was negatively impacted because I had this label for so long, and I wanted to just like restart. And in restarting, now I've been able to just figure out what's working with my body, what's not. And I don't think putting a label on it is healthy for my mindset. So yeah, I've just gotten to a point where I'm testing the waters and I'm figuring it out. And it's less about labels and more so about what is working for me and what's not. So that's where I'm at.
What was the hardest thing to do when planning your wedding?
This is a good question because I feel like I've never thought about it. I just like went through the motions and like did everything that I wanted / felt like I had to do.
The Virgo in you.
Yeah. I never really thought like, this is hard.
It's hard.
I was just like, hey, what do I gotta do? I gotta get it done. Let's do it.
It was probably like making sure you're not forgetting anything. That was probably like the hardest thing for me. Like waking up in the middle of the night and being like, we don't have this.
Yeah, I mean, you're throwing a party and you're hosting for hundreds of people, and in your mind, there's hundreds of people relying on you. Yeah, I think that it just kept me up at night thinking about like, what are we missing? What can we do to make this the best party for the people who are coming and that love us and are showing us their support? Trying to think of everything for them. And I think that's just like the people pleasers in us. And I think that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, because it was an awesome party.
I agree. I mean, we might be biased, but it was the best wedding ever. Why was your wedding in Cincinnati? I guess I don't know. I just felt like everybody like knew this, but I can see where like the disconnect would be. And this is why long form content and like YouTube videos like this come in handy, because there's like you're able to explain things. And I feel like unless you're talking on things can be left unsaid and you don't even realize it, like on Instagram and stuff.
Right.
What?
It's
Like
like
if you see us continuing to look this way, it's like we're just waiting for the monster to be unleashed, because we created this monster of like, he cannot be left alone and needs attention all the time.
So we had a feeling we were gonna move to Detroit when we were still living in Cincinnati. And we looked, like originally we were looking in Detroit at venues. And what we found in Detroit was you're kind of paying more money, you're getting less stuff included in the venue. And I think we just kind of got depleted with some of the places that we came across in Detroit. They were crazy expensive for an all-inclusive type vibe.
Yeah.
You know, food, beverage, all that fun stuff. And
Which isn't really us either.
Right, and it didn't leave room for creativity.
Yeah, and we're both very creative.
And I think in Cincinnati, like we were driving back from Detroit after looking at venues in Detroit. We were driving to Cincinnati.
Oh, we forgot about
Cincinnati.
this.
And we just like went on a rampage and just started looking at venues
Yeah.
all over the place to see like what spoke to us.
Yeah.
And we came across one in Cincinnati that spoke to us, and we were still living there at the time, and we went there and it was just kismet.
Yeah.
Like everything just
Felt
felt right. And the owners were super nice and super friendly and very welcoming and accommodating, and it felt really right. And we were since we were still living there, it was really easy to plan it there.
We basically had the whole thing planned before we left.
Before we moved.
Yeah, before we moved. We knew we were going to be moving. We knew that Cincinnati... Come here.
Come here.
We knew that Cincinnati was going to be short term, but it all kind of happened perfectly that almost everything was planned before we left. Plus, I feel like our venue had everything. Like, there were so many different choices and vendors for us to be creative and like see through the vision that we had. It was just perfect.
What do you both do for work? What do you do, Tessie?
I'm a communication specialist for a government contracting company on top of being a content creator.
I am a product marketing manager for an automotive company. I feel like we answered this one before. Maybe it was before in our different role.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. What house projects are you working on next? Love your house updates, by the way. Thank you. So do we.
Good job.
Brush that
Even
dirt
though
off
you
your shoulder.
hate painting.
I hate painting. I found that I truly despise it, actually. It's not fun for me.
She likes to decorate.
Yes, but I think that's like why we work together so well, because you're like, you make the vision, I make the vision come to life with like decor and stuff, and you like make it happen. And I assist along the way.
You too. And make snacks.
And make snacks. Yes, I keep us full. What are the house projects we have?
The kitchen cabinets.
Yeah.
We're painting the kitchen cabinets. We've painted the island so far. And we got a shite ton of other cabinets to paint
Yeah.
eventually. We have to paint the ceiling, the kitchen ceiling, before we leave in a couple weeks for our honeymoon. Because we're having the floors done.
We're having the floors refinished while we're away, which is so exciting. We're both very thrilled about it because the floors are like this yellowy oak color, very early 2000s, 90s. Not a good look for us. I mean, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. Like, it's gonna be a constant project. Like, those are the next few things that we're doing. But it's ongoing. If you're a homeowner, you know this. Like, we want to do the basement. We want to do the other 2 bedrooms that we haven't touched. We've done our bedroom. We've done our bathroom. We want to do the guest bathroom. We want to do the half bath. Like, there's so much that we want to do, but it's going to be over time. So that's what's really fun about Instagram is the short form stuff. Like, you can spit out like we did the island. If you follow me on Instagram, there's little videos of that, and that's like super fun to be able to post about. So we're constantly, I mean, we'll put the long form content out here, but we'll be doing constant updates over the course of our journey online. So you'll see those for sure. Are you guys planning to start a family soon? We've also talked about this on Instagram. It's mostly me. Like, I've talked about this. Like, you're not saying anything on Instagram. Maggie's just in the videos. She just shows up. It looks pretty. She is the talent.
I have like 2 posts within the last year.
Yeah. Yes, we both really want to be moms.
Outside of just being dog moms.
Yes. Sorry, Otis.
I think it's like, it really jumpstarts you into doing it when everyone around you is like getting pregnant and having babies.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not the reason that we're doing it.
No.
Like, our timeline was always this. We knew that shortly after we celebrated our wedding in Cincinnati that we wanted to start the family planning process, just because, okay, Otis, he's jealous that we're gonna have babies that aren't him. To start the family planning process, because it does take a longer time for LGBTQ plus families to plan and figure it out, and all the things that go into it. So the answer is yes, we are planning. Slowly but surely it is happening, and you will know about it, and we will be filming it, and it will be on the internet for you to see.
Who's going to carry if you choose the route of pregnancy?
If things go the way that we want them to, which, as we all know, it's something that's uncontrollable. There are just things that you can't control. But if everything goes to the way that we planned it in that regard, I would love to carry. Maggie does not have a desire to.
I don't want to, and I don't not want to. So I think if it's hard for you, I have no problem carrying. But you really want to carry.
I do. It's something I've always wanted to feel. It's always something I've wanted to experience. And I would love to be able to do that to start our family. But again, I don't want to put all of our like
eggs in one basket.
Thanks, Anna. I don't want to like have this idea of how things are gonna go and then let myself down if they don't happen to go that way. Right. So I'm just putting it out there that I would love to do that. Where are you honeymooning?
2 weeks in Portugal.
Hell yeah. We will be in Portugal. We originally planned to fly into Portugal and then fly all over Europe. And then we were like, hold up, this is our honeymoon. We want it to be as chill as possible. We want to feel like we're gonna relax. We want it to be a vacation and less of like traveling and like running around with our luggage and feeling exhausted by the time we get to a new place. So we are staying in Portugal. Maggie planned, we planned together because she had ideas and I just yesed them, but she basically planned the entire honeymoon and I'm just so excited. It's gonna be so much fun.
And that it's planned. We did our mini moon in Collingwood, Ontario.
Oh, we were talking about the honeymoon and the mini moon. I posted a bunch of reels on Instagram about our mini moon. We went to Collingwood, Ontario. We wanted to go to a place that we could go back to for future anniversaries and celebrate. And Collingwood was that. It was like a 4-hour trip. And it was just lovely. If you ever have the chance to go. It is so cute and beautiful and fun. The last one is, what have you found in this relationship that you didn't know you needed? I love that question. This is going to be the last one and I love that we're ending on it. I'm gonna let you go first.
What? Probably just another best friend.
That's really cute.
Keep it together.
Are you telling me your vows again?
No.
That's a really good idea. We should do reading our vows to each other on camera. That's our wedding video is coming soon too. Oh my gosh, there's so many fun things happening.
Yeah, best friend. I thought that I already had like all the people in my life that I needed. And I think that, now that we've found each other, I just want to do all the things with you. All the life things, and I just want to end the day with you and start the day with you.
I love you.
Love you more.
I don't know how I'm gonna top that. I found in you so much grace and patience and like care for my heart that like I never thought was even possible. And the amount of love that I've shown people was reciprocated for the first time ever. And that just felt like that was like a click in my brain that I was like, okay, she's it. Like, this is it. And a best friend.
Don't steal my answer.
I love you. Are you excited for this? I'm excited for this. Are you excited for this? Anyway, that's gonna be the last question/topic for today's video. I am so happy to be back. I'm just thrilled to be here. I'm glad y'all have stayed for as long as you did, even though I haven't posted in 2 years. I'm excited for what's to come. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me here, like, subscribe, because it really supports my channel. That feels so weird to say because I haven't said it in forever. But I'll see you guys next time, and maybe Odie will be a better boy. Today he's just been very needy.
He needs attention. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends. Love you.